Amazon Prime. An Amazon series. A24. Bento Box. Present. Hazbin Hotel, created by Vivian Medrano. I think that's how you pronounce her name. It is Season 1, Episode 2, Radio Killed the Video Star.
Okay, so the extermination is coming in 6 months in...
You see Kiki the cat, well, Charlie's pacing back and forth in the hotel, and Kiki the cat is walking in between her legs as she's pacing. Basically look like she's gonna trip her any second.
Instead of a year. No big deal, just a little setback. Nothing we can't handle, just angels cutting our timetable in half, but who needs a whole year to save souls, am I right? And next time when they cut the time in half again, and again, we'll just handle it, right?
Yes, we will.
Vaggie grabs Charlie by the shoulders, making her want to calm down.
Oh, please. You had less than half a chance when you started all this salvation bullshit. And now...
So, Angel is sitting on the couch, and his phone vibrates. Let me see if I can get the picture of it, because it goes very fast. There we go. So, he's getting text from Valentino. And it says, "So, I'm thinking, you and 3 huge guys are getting it on, and it's really hot and oily. And then it's revealed you're on a boat, and it's sinking, so you all have to come as fast as you can. Come as C-U-M. Have you seen temperature play vids? Lol. Because there's gonna be ice. So get that flat, bony ass to the studio, baby. As you can see, the ideas are flowing." So, it's been 30 seconds. Don't be like that, baby.
Ain't no silver lining.
This ain't cute, Angel. Legit, I'm so bored of this little cat and mouse chase. FR over it, which is for real over it. Fucking bitch. Babe. Angel, where the hell are you?
This time, Toots.
Sure there is. We just have to look a little harder for it.
Well, while you're looking, the rest of hell is going nuts. People are already freaking out about the news. Look at what's happening in the Doomsday District.
He's showing him a newsfeed on his phone where people, or like, stuff is on fire.
What is a donkey show?
Oh, yeah, nothing. My boss, Val, is just freaked out about the news, too. Like I said, everyone's losing their shit.
Yeah, that's true. Sinners are desperate. Maybe desperate enough to try anything to escape the extermination.
This is the perfect time to recruit more sinners for the hotel!
Cute idea and all. But you really gonna go out in all of this?
Well, it's not like people are just going to show up on our doorstep.
Show yourselves, Alistair! Come and see!
So, Serpentius is back, and he basically looks exactly the same as he did in the pilot. He's still a snake guy. So he's got, 2 arms, and he's got the rest of his body is a snake. And he's got kind of like a snake head with the sharp demonic teeth, but he's also got extra elongated fangs for being a snake. He still has his top hat, which has a giant eye with it, and a mouth to go with it, and some goggles. He's mostly black, like his skin, snake skin is basically black. The inside of his hood is yellow, and has like big red demonic eyes with black slits. And his suit is black with yellow stripes. And I noticed that a lot of some of the like demons in the show have the same clawed hands that Alistair has. So Serpentius actually has the same kind of clawed hands that Alistair has, but his hands are black and the clawed part is like the red color. And the egg boys are still there. They're still little egg boys wearing little suits and little hats. And let's see. Serpentius also has a black bow tie with the red demonic eye on it. And he's in his little mechanical blimp thing with, giant lasers and shit.
there you are.
Yeah, Serpentis blew a hole in the wall on the first floor just to kind of look up and see Alistair chilling on the second floor on the balcony, drinking from a mug that says, "Oh dear." And deer is in D-E-E-R, like the animal. And Alistair does not have his pinky out while he's drinking from his mug, just so you know.
Face my wrath!
Oh yeah, also, because of the hood, you know, like the Cobra hood that Serpentis has, whenever you hear that kind of like flapping noise, it's because he's flaring out his hood dramatically. He does it quite a lot.
Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? I am the great Serpentis, inventor, architect of destruction, villain extraordinaire.
So Alistair became a shadow and basically like moved his shadow across the length of the building and moved down to the ground floor outside where Angel and Charlie and Vaggie are standing looking at this psychotic, guy with the blimp.
Ooh, you tell him, boss.
Ooh, he's a bad boy.
So Nifty is standing on top of Alistair's shoulder, just kind of popped out from the back of his head. She kind of does that a lot. So Alistair just kind of picks her off of his shoulders and places her on the ground.
Huh. Well, if all that's true, you'd think I'd have heard of you.
I attacked you literally last week.
Alistair tilts his head like, I think I would remember that.
We've done battle like 20 times.
Well, you must have been really bad at this.
Silence! Now cower! For when I've slain you, the almighty V's will finally acknowledge me as their equal.
Ooh. Wait, who are the V's?
Nifty's back on, standing on Alistair's shoulder, popping up from behind his head.
Oh, nobody important.
So, we're looking at Vox Tower. I think it's called Vox Tower, or maybe V Tower. I don't fucking know. But it's the kind of the same-ish tower from the original pilot, but it's been highly modernized. So, there's 3 Vs in the front of, on top of the building, and they're all in neon lights. That kind of like same ready mouth is there, but it's also been replaced by neon lights. At the very, very top of the tower is a satellite dish. And the camera pans from the top of the tower to the bottom of the tower. So you see it has something like 10 floors, maybe even more than that. And on the bottom floor, you can see it basically has kind of like 3 distinct sections. And so on the right-hand side is basically what kind of looks like a naked demon lady. And she's posing, of course, very provocatively. On this tower, it's got 3 red neon sign X's. Of course, this is going to be Valentino's side of the building. It says hot chicks. It's got $, new, things like that on there. So this is where the, I guess, porn side of the building is. And then kind of in the middle, where I'm guessing Vox is kind of housed, it says new, and with a CD that says store, like a neon CD, for anyone who remembers those. I'm starting to feel old already. And then to the right of that is nothing that's really of note. I'm guessing this is where Velvet does her, like, fashion shooting or whatever.
New VoxTech designer voyeurscopes. Peeping on the neighbors has never been more stylish. VoxTech. Trust us. Your money. This week.
So you see people standing outside a store, and there's kind of like a drone with almost little spider legs. And so they're being told, like, oh, hey, you can spy on your neighbors, buy this, stupid crap. And so everyone just rushes in to go buy little drones to spy on their neighbors.
This episode of Yeah, I Fucked Your Sister, So What? Is brought to you by VoxTech. Trust us with your entertainment. VoxTech. Trust us. Trust us.
So you see the people that are, like, looking at television and on their phones and that kind of thing, just crowds of people looking at media, and you see that their eyes are red with black swirls to show that they're actually being hypnotized. So kind of a theme with Vox, Valentino, and Velvet, which I'll kind of try to point out later, is they all seem to have powers to hypnotize. So Vox hypnotizes people through television. Valentino hypnotizes people or seems to hypnotize people with like love potions and some kind of stuff he does, like stuff that comes out of his mouth. I'll try to explain it later. And then Velvet seems to hypnotize people through social media. That's like like how Alistair's the radio demon. Velvet is like the social media demon, and Vox is like the television demon. And I guess it would make Valentino the sex demon or something. I'm not sure what his deal is. But that's basically kind of like what they're about. So Vox is in his like command center, essentially, where he really does his, I guess, main business of, controlling everyone. And he's got his command chair. And in terms of design-wise, you could definitely see where he takes a lot of inspiration from Alistair. Because if Alistair is, the kind of like 1920s radio demon, Vox's aesthetic is very much kind of an upgrade, I guess you could say, of that. So he's got a suit, like a lot of people in the show seem to wear suits, but his suit is like a dark blue, and it's got neon blue stripes. He's got the same clawed hands that Alistair has, but his hands are also a dark blue, where the claws are that same neon blue. And his face is a flat screen television, and he's got some kind of like antenna on top of his head, and I'm not sure if that's like a hat, because it's kind of in the shape of a hat, but I'm not sure if it's actually a hat. I actually don't know. But he's got like a little hat thing that's got the little Wi-Fi signal on top of his head, or at least I'm pretty sure that's the Wi-Fi signal. And he's got the pointy demonic teeth like a lot of the demons have, that sharp pointy teeth, but his are that same neon blue. And he's got a giant red bow, and he's got on like his vest, he's got that same Wi-Fi signal, and his shirt is black and red stripes, and he's wearing like black pants or something. Pretty sure it's black pants. And let's see. Also, with his left eye in particular, you'll see that his eye is red with that black swirl, and it's got kind of like electricity shooting out, like vertically in his eye. And that's his, like, hypnotizing eye. He uses his left eye specifically to hypnotize people.
Now that's good television!
So his face says Velvet is calling, and underneath that says slide to answer. And so Vox is going to, like, take his hand and push it, like, on his face. And then he's going to basically take that call from his face, manifest it as some sort of electricity, and then throw it across the room into another television, and then that will basically serve as his phone.
Hello there, Velvet. How are you this hellish morning?
Oh, cut the shit box. I need you up here now.
So Velvet, as you can see behind her, is every once in a while you'll see like someone's limb being thrown behind her and splashes of blood just kind of coming from nowhere. And you can see that Vox is not really interested in this conversation. He's either sipping from his mug, or he's even turned away from her completely, playing on his phone, or he's, touching a tablet that's kind of hanging down from the ceiling. You can tell he's not interested in this conversation at all.
Whatever could be the problem, my dear?
Your little boy toy is wrecking my department while I'm trying to pull together a show. And fucking just get your ass here now! Damn it, Valentino!
Oh yeah, and here I go, Valentino. Just another fucking day with Val. Hey, fuck my life.
So Vox goes and stands on a platform that goes up. So he's, some kind of like teleporting platform. So in the main part of the building now, he's gonna emerge from like behind an elevator essentially, and the elevator actually has a picture of Vox, saying "Trust us," which is their company's motto, which is not a good motto for a company because you can't trust them. But to the right of the elevator, you see a giant picture of angel dust, saying "Live Angel Dust," with very provocative, pornographic type pose and very skimpy lingerie. I'm pretty sure he's got like a slave collar on or something like that. Some like BDSM type thing. And on the left, you see a giant poster that says V Watch, $9,000. Trust us. And so I'm sure that's some kind of parody to like Apple Watches or something. And so Vox is going to emerge from the elevator and he's going to look very like upset, and he's going to sigh and just kind of force a smile onto his face as he approaches the waiting just massive crowd of reporters.
Mr. Vox, over here. Mr. Vox, question for you over here. Mr. Vox, question. Mr. Vox, what are your thoughts on the new extermination deadline?
So one thing behind Vox is there's a picture that says Love Potion by Velvet. And on the picture you see Velvet, but you also see Valentino. And so, again, I think there's a tie between Valentino's, like, power of hypnosis where he puts it in some kind of, like, potion form.
Dear people, we at Vox Tech Enterprises have always been at the forefront of innovation. And now, with this new oncoming threat, we are shifting our focus to your protection. We are pleased to announce Vox Tech Angelic Security is coming soon.
So the monitor comes down from the ceiling out of nowhere and has his, VTech logo on it, which then turns, grows wings and turns yellow and angelic and things like that. Now it says Angelic Security coming soon. And he's going to enlarge his left eye, his hypnosis eye, and you're going to hear like a swirling noise, and it's him hypnotizing all of the reporters.
Trust us with your safety.
Sir, when did we begin working on Angelic Security?
30 seconds ago. Try to get that bitch Carmilla on the books and cancel all my appointments today. I have a fire to put out upstairs.
Vox turns into electricity and shoots himself into a security camera hanging from the ceiling. So in Velvet's studio, you see just like blood and body parts kind of strewn all over the place. People running around frantically trying to get shit done and clean up the mess. And you see Velvet with 4 models, I guess. I think they're trying to advertise or get her to approve of outfits that they had sewn. And she doesn't like any of them.
Ugh, no. Unacceptable. You're fired. What is this? Wrist ruffles? Is it 1750? Burn it like the witches who wore it.
So Velvet is, as far as I can tell, she's a black chick. And she's got really, really long pigtails. Like, huge fucking pigtails. Like, her pigtails are like half her body. But her hair is basically like a mix of like pink on the top with white swirls, and then on the bottom is like a dark blue color. And then she's got kind of like a sleeveless leather jacket, I think. And on the trim of the jacket is red hearts. And since her jacket doesn't have any sleeves and her shirt doesn't have any sleeves, I don't know what to call this. I just kind of think of it as like arm socks, because they're not sleeves necessarily. But she's also got like what I'd call arm socks, and they are red and white stripes for one arm and black and red stripes for the other arm. She's got kind of like a red top with a red skirt and some kind of like black pants, and she's got skull earrings.
Oh, Velvet, I can see you're busy. Tell me, where's our hot-headed friend now?
Up in his tower, waiting for a...
So one thing I just noticed is Velvet does not have the same demonic teeth that a lot of the other demons have. She actually has the same kind of like straight but vampire teeth that Charlie has. So she doesn't have demonic teeth, she has like vampire teeth.
Flat-faced prince to calm him down.
And, what's got him so out of sorts today?
Who knows? But he tore up my best model, and you know the show can't wait for that unlucky bitch to pull herself back together.
So, Velvet, I can always miss this part because it's so subtle for me. But as she was speaking to Vox, she was actually waving around someone else's arm and then chucked it across the screen. I always miss that, but yeah, she was actually waving someone else's arm in his face.
Melissa, get over here!
So, kind of like I was saying, Velvet's, like, hypnotic thing is social media. That's her power, is social media. So, with Melissa now standing on top of a little platform with some mirrors around her, Velvet is, like, literally swiping left in the air, just, like, swiping left as if she was swiping on a phone, to switch outfits magically on Melissa. So, as she's like, nope, nope, hate it, nope, she's just swiping left in the air and just magically changing outfits.
No, no, hideous, I want to die. Ew, yes, that's the one.
Looks like you have everything under control here.
Of course I do, fuck you, now shoo.
She flicks off Vox and waves him away.
Take care of the piss baby.
In front of Valentino's office, you see two demons of some kind. I'm not sure if they're succubi or if they're imps necessarily, but they're just supposed to be like really pretty door dressings, I guess, and they open up the door for Vox, who just kind of annoyedly looks at them for a second before entering the room. So Valentino is completely covered. Like, you can't even really see Valentino. You just see some of his silhouette laying on a couch, just being completely covered in red smoke. So Valentino's thing is, like, anytime he smokes something, it turns red, and the form of the smoke turns into hearts every time it, like, wafts into the air, you know. And so that's kind of his thing. Like, anytime he blows on something or, you know, inhales cigarette smoke, it becomes pink and transforms into hearts.
Fucking finally!
So one thing that with Valentino is something that I've noticed is the demons will usually, like, drool blood when they get excited. You'll kind of see that a little bit later. But Valentino, as far as I can tell, doesn't drool blood. Or if he does, his blood is pink and not red. Because he gets, like, a pink, almost like, I don't want to say it's like oily, but it's almost like a pink substance that comes out of his mouth. And he doesn't even do it very often. But it does happen. And so he took his drink and he smashed it on the ground because he's a little baby. And so Valentino, for anyone who's ever seen Boondocks and have seen, a pimp named Slickback, he kind of reminds me of just a worse version of that guy. He basically is like your stereotypical pimp type aesthetic. He's got, the glamorous kind of almost royal looking coat. He's got a big, huge, fluffy white collar around his neck, but that's actually because he's a moth demon. So Valentino's head is like round and purple because he's a moth, and he's got the spiky demonic teeth, but his teeth are pink. And he's got some like heart pimp glasses, so the rims are golden and the lenses themselves are pink. He of course has a giant top hat because, pretty much everyone in the show has got a hat of some kind, it seems like, but it's very tall. And the rim of the hat is black and white stripes, kind of like a zebra. He has a huge feather coming out of it, which is black and white, and the hearts on it are black. And the trim around, like the big fluffy thing around his neck, has red hearts around it. His jacket is red with golden giant hearts, and he's got kind of like the demonic claws, but his claws are just black. I don't really see any different colors on his hands. But yeah, he's very much a very not good pimp.
Hey, another drink! Can you believe what that piece of shit did?
The tiny little imp girl bows, runs off, gets him a drink, and hands him another drink, which he is going to just chuck immediately without even drinking at all.
The ungrateful whore!
He throws a drink at Vox, who just casually sidesteps it, and the drink shatters against the door, and Vox is just not amused whatsoever. And you can see next to Vox on the wall is Valentino's office is just covered in like pornographic like posters of himself advertising his porn. And so you see him, basically being in a thong with fishnet stockings, not wearing any shirts or anything like that. posing provocatively, sticking his gross moth tongue out and things like that. I mean, his office is just covered in basically pornographic pictures of himself because, not narcissistic enough.
Which whore are we talking about this time?
Fucking angel dust! Who the hell else would I be talking about? That fucking slut walked out on me. Me! I fucking made him!
Oh yeah, another thing about Valentino is he's very tall. He towers over Vox, and so whenever he wants to yell in Vox's face, he has to actually bend down to yell in Vox's face.
Without me!
Oh, and he also has 4 arms. So kind of like how Angel usually has 4 arms, Vox also has 4 arms. I don't know if he can grow additional arms, but I think I've only ever seen him with 4.
He's just a bag of meat with some mildly entertaining holes.
Angel quit?
No! He didn't fucking quit! It's worse! He moved!
Vox was looking at his phone, so Valentino grabbed his phone and smashed it against the wall.
He thinks he can just walk in here, work, and then go home somewhere else? Can you fucking believe that? He thinks he can run off and shack up with Lucifer's bimbo daughter.
Angel is living with Lucifer's daughter now?
Yeah, that bitch, Chalky or Chandler, or I don't know, something mannish like that. She's got this hotel, and which of these makes me look sexier?
Valentino walks over to his closet of some kind and, opens it up. And it's got just tons of guns in there. Like sniper rifles, shotguns and shit like that. So he takes out 2 handguns. And one of them is, the one on the left, is like a pink gun with zebra stripes on it for like accents and then some gold trim. And the one on the right is just like a black and gold gun. He's holding them on either side of his head to, pose and see which one makes him look better. And also, kind of like how Angel has 1 golden tooth, Valentino also has 1 golden tooth. So he's got the, spiky pink teeth, but he has 1 golden tooth. And I don't know why, but yeah, he's got 1.
What are you doing, Val? You're not going over there.
That slippery twink is going to remember who owns him. I'm gonna fuck everyone in that rancid shithole, I swear to God. Val.
So, Vox had tried to kind of hypnotize Valentino a little bit, but Valentino wasn't paying attention, so he turned back around to inspect his guns. So, Vox just grabs him by the collar, pulls him over, and just, yells in his face with his big hypnotic eye right in his face.
Think about it. Our brand is perfection. And what do you think chasing whores around town will do for our image?
So, Vox leads Valentino away from his murder closet towards the window overlooking the city. And as they're talking, Vox just kind of casually takes Valentino's gun and hides it behind his back so he can't think about murdering people.
Fuck it up?
Right! Do you want people thinking you can't control your employees?
No.
Exactly. And hey, you still have him under contract. He isn't going anywhere. So you should...
do nothing?
Great idea! Now that's why they pay you the big bucks.
Vox wraps his arm around Valentino's neck to kind of give him a hug and puts him down to his level and then pinches his cheek.
But I really wanted to shoot someone.
So Valentino takes out a cigarette, but it's not just a cigarette. It's on one of those really long stick ones you'd see from the 1950s that was supposed to make smoking look sexy kind of thing. And he doesn't even try to light it himself. He just holds it out in front of Vox's face, expecting Vox to light it for him. And Vox actually does. He snaps his fingers or something, and a heart-shaped electric spark lights up his cigarette. And so, again, as Valentino inhales the smoke and blows it out, it becomes pink and turns in the shape of hearts.
Well, let me call up the lowest earners this month.
Oh, you know me too well. You know, Angel isn't the only one spending time at this ratty hotel with the devil's princesa.
Oh, who else is there?
So Vox is messing around with Valentino's desk. I'm not sure what he's rummaging for, but it's really hard to see, but at the bottom left, you see a picture of Valentino and Vox. And Vox's head is in the picture back from when Vox died originally, like in the 1950s. And so his head is actually one of those big, fat, old-time televisions, not the flat screen TV that it is now. So at some point from when Vox originally died to now, he somehow upgraded his own head.
Someone who owes you money?
Someone who owes us much more than money. The radio demon is there.
Vox digs his hand deep into the desk.
What did you just say?
You heard me.
Alistair came back, and he is with Lucifer's daughter. And that wasn't the first fucking thing you told me!
Hey, killing Alistair is your kink.
Every time Vox gets angry, he like glitches out and sparks come out of his head. And so Valentino turns on a camera that's pointing at the hotel, and you can see that the camera's glitching out because it's trying to take video of Alistair, which, as we know, Alistair has a face for radio.
Please! No! Alistair! I think he's had enough!
Nah, he's got a few more hits in him.
So Alistair has his black tentacle voodoo things come out of the ground and just are beating the shit out of Serpentius's flying mechanical blimp. And Serpentius is trying to claw at the floor because it's basically just dumping him out onto the ground.
Thanks for another forgettable experience.
And there goes his poor egg guy smashing to the ground.
Thank you for letting your guard down, huh?
Yeah, so Serpentius uses his snake tail to reach out and grab a hold of Alistair's coat and rips off like a tiny corner of it. And so you don't see Alistair necessarily, but you see his shadow overtake Serpentius, just like grow over Serpentius. And you can see that he transformed into his demonic form because the shadow shows that his antlers got really big and he got really big. And the camera is going to like pan out so you can see the entire hotel far away. And you're going to see this massive green explosion launch fucking Serpentius like Team Rocket.
Oh, shit.
Well, it looks as though I need a visit to the tailor. Best of luck, chums.
Wait, you're leaving? Alistair, we need your help. We need you to do your job.
We need a wall.
Of course. Can't let my new project fall into disrepair already.
What would the paper say?
So Angel literally pushes Vaggie out of frame as he walks over to Alistair's like voodoo minion guys. He just kind of like spawned out of nowhere, and Angel is gonna flirt with like the biggest, strongest looking one.
Hey, sweet cheeks. What you doing later? I love me a man with a giant tool.
And the voodoo minion is just looking at him super uncomfortable, like, what the fuck is this?
See? Look at how he flirts with that guy, and he's not even paying! Who is that? I'm gonna fucking kill this whole fucking family! Fox? Fox!
That fucker is back!
Yeah, I thought he was gone for good too.
It's been 7 years!
You still pissed? He almost beat you that time.
Valentino pinches Vox's cheek.
Fuck you!
Just saying.
Things have changed a lot since he left town.
That's for sure.
I gotta send a message of who's really in charge of things now. Welcome home. I'm gonna make you wish that you'd stayed gone. Say hello to a new status quo. Everyone knows that there's a brand new dawn.
So Vox is back in his command chamber, so he's surrounded on all sides by just dozens of televisions. And so wires are plugging themselves into the back of his head, and he's drooling blood. So kind of like I was saying that demons seem to drool blood when they get a certain level of excitement. And so he's got red blood coming out of his mouth. And so he's, like I said, plugging himself into his network.
Turn the TV on!
Camera speeds rolling in 3, 2.
Breaking news! So, kind of like in the first episode where 666 News had some stuff going on at the bottom of the screen there that's going really fast, I'm just going to put that in here, and then I'll continue on with the rest of the description. So the radio guy's back. I don't think you noticed. I didn't at first. I was too busy being a much more interesting and important person. But fuck it, news is slow today, I guess. I'm totally not worried about this guy, and neither should you be. I totally wrecked his shit last time. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Vox.
Top of the hour, and we're discussing a certain has-been who has been spotted cavorting around town after a...
Breaking. Unremarkable loser back from fucking off. So there's an artist rendering of Alistair, which is the stickiest of stick figures. It says smelly probably with some stink lines over Alistair's head. It says dildo pointing to his microphone. It says lame stick pointing to the stick underneath the microphone. It says gross hoof feet because Alistair does have canonically hoof feet like a deer. And it says triangle ass referring to the triangle portion of the stick figure. It says dumb hair and then furry pointing to Alistair's now canonically ears.
7-year absence. Did anybody miss him? Did anybody notice? More on tonight's program. So the radio demon is back in town. Why is he hanging around?
Vox is in one of those late night kind of studios, and he's basically talking to a copy of himself. And on his desk says Vox and then the number 2 and then Nights as Nite. And the copy of himself sitting in a chair is holding a mug that says fuck Alistair.
What does that mean for your family? Well, Handley, I've got good news. He's a loser, a fossil, and I don't mean to sound hostile, but the demon is a coward!
You see a large group of people standing outside a store window with a whole bunch of televisions, and there's one giant TV in the middle that says, obey and pay. And it's Vox in a Pope outfit, and he's got a red Pope hat with an upside down cross. And his Pope outfit is red with a blue electric sash, and the church windows are red in the background with that same electricity looking symbol that he has in his hypnotic eye. And then he's surrounded on all sides by the smaller televisions that are all just priests or something.
You can take that as gospel. Pulling my viewers impossible. I'm visual. He's barely audible. Stop giving him the time of day. Don't listen to a word he'd say.
You see Vox kind of at a vacation spot, again implying that Alistair was on vacation of some kind, and his outfit is changed to some kind of sailor outfit where it's all white. He's got a white sailor hat. He's got the necklace of flowers around his neck. He's holding one of those umbrella drinks, and in the background was a volcano that was erupting and then just flat out exploded.
I hope he had a nice vacay, but he should have stayed away. While he hid in radio, we pivoted to video.
So Alistair walks out of the tailor and kind of looks at the store window with this huge crowd of people, and he sees Vox just kind of shitposting him. And so he looks annoyed for a second. He's like, oh, he's going to start this shit again. All right, let's go. So Vox is in one of those culinary shows where he's in a chef's outfit with a chef hat and the little poker for food and stuff. And the oven says venison with Vox. And he opens up the oven door to take out a very bloody deer head that has the same coloration of Alistair.
Hell's been better since he split. Where's he been? Who gives a shit?
Salutations! Good to be back on the air!
So Alistair is now back at the Hazbin Hotel, and his little radio tower is actually sticking out from the side of the hotel. It's its own little separate tower. And in the neon sign says on air. So he's speaking into his demonic microphone right now. And so next to the store that has the televisions where the crowd is another store that says old crap. and the owner of the store is going to put out a radio, like an old-timey radio, in front of the window, and it's going to draw the crowd from Vox to Alistair.
Yes, I know it's been a while since someone with style treated hell to a broadcast. Sinners rejoice!
What a dated voice!
Instead of a cloud-chasing, mediocre video podcast.
So, Alistair and Vox are on screen right now, both at the same time. And behind behind Alistair is a red background, and behind Vox is a blue background, just split down the middle. And they're going to play with the background as these two are, like, rap battling. So Alistair literally pushes at the median between him and Vox, like, the colors, and it, like, moves the background a little bit to kind of taunt him, like, haha, my red background's going to be better than yours. And so, as they're singing, Vox is going to try to, like, tackle Alistair, and it's going to try and change his background to blue and all this stuff and try to, you know, dethrone him, essentially. But, I mean, since Vox isn't there, he can't actually do shit. And so all it basically does is it changes Alistair's background from red to blue, but Alistair is still there. And so he just owns it. He just stands there being all cocky and shit, but like, yeah, what you gonna do about it, bitch? Nothing. That's what I thought.
Insecure, pursuing a lure, living between this, that, and that. Is nothing working?
Ignore his chirping.
Every day he's got a new format.
You're looking at the future. He's the shit that comes before that.
Is Vox as strong as he performs, or is it based on his support? He'd be powerless without the other me.
You see, not Vox. You see Valentino and Velvet sitting in their office, just chilling on their phones, and they hear that, yeah, he wouldn't be shit without me. You can see him look all smug.
And here's the sugar on the cream. He asked me to join his team. I said no, and now he's pissy. That's the team.
You old-timey prick. I'll show you suffering.
Uh-oh, the TV is buffering.
Yeah, as Vox freaks out, his face is glitching and having electric sparks and stuff coming out of it. You know, changes random colors. He gets, you know, that blue screen of death you would see on a computer. It's like, oh, Windows has, you know, errored. And so he's freaking out.
I'll destroy you! I'm afraid you've lost your signal.
Okay, so not sure 100%, but this is definitely headcanon. I think there's reason to believe this is going on. So, Pentagram City, which is, I believe, the city that they're actually in, is called. All the electricity went out. It's pitch black. The only thing you can see is the red sky. You can see, like, where heaven is in the sky. It's kind of like where the moon, I guess, would be. And then the only electricity you see is coming out of Alistair's tower. And Alistair still, like, his sign still says on air, and he's still speaking into his demonic microphone. So I kind of want you to just picture this for a second, where everything in the city has gone black, and most people probably don't know what's going on. And so you're in the pitch black, you don't know what's going on, you don't know why the electricity went out. And all around you, coming out of all the speakers in the entire city, you hear this.
Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run. Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, I would have shit myself. So Alistair was, when he first started singing, he had that little curl that he gets in his lip whenever he starts getting evil, like blatantly evil. And as he's singing, he's transforming into his demonic self. So his antlers get really big, his arms get longer, his fingers, his neck, his torso, everything kind of like elongates, and he starts drooling blood. And then his eyes become radio dials. So when he says this will be fun, they kind of like tick forward as if they were hands on a clock. Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction, Vox.
We have a problem.
So it is Vox and Valentino and Velvet in their office, all having like drinks and shit, trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do. And the little imp girl that was serving him drinks before is just walking around serving drinks. And I'm not sure how this is exactly, but like behind them, there are something that looks like mechanical or technological sharks swimming around. And I don't know if that means that they're underwater or if that means that they can fly. I don't know, but there are like sharks swimming around right outside the building.
Alistair is getting close to little Princess Morningstar, so our main concern now is ensuring that no deal is ever struck between Lucifer's brat and that smiling freak.
Well, how exactly are we supposed to stop it?
Put something inside them. That's how I get the bitches to behave.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone on the inside isn't such a bad idea. Do you think Angel would?
That lanky prick won't even return my calls.
We need someone who Little Miss Bleeding Heart would take in.
Someone pathetic, desperate, with no direct ties to us.
I employ every down-on-their-luck loser this side of hell. Who the fuck is left?
I think I have
just the one.
So Charlie walks into the hotel and just face plants on the couch.
So, how'd it go?
Not a single new recruit.
Yeah, well, who would want to use their last days not fucking and fighting?
Why, hello, my dear.
So Vaggie goes and answers the door since Charlie's just faceplanted on the couch and immediately punches Serpentious in the face, who, when she answers the door, is like, has his top hat off and is holding it, respectfully in front of him. And so, yeah, she just jacks him right in the face.
Wait. I come in peace.
So, Vaggie basically knocks him down and takes out her spear and points it right at Serpentious, threatening to stab him with it. And so he puts his hat back on. He's got, the two peace signs, like, I come in peace.
What are you doing here?
Vaggie, what's the problem? Oh, hello again.
I didn't come looking for a fight. I heard that you're helping people. People who want to be better.
You heard right. Welcome to our home of healing, our resort of restoration. Are you?
So Charlie takes Serpentious's hands and kind of leads him towards the hotel, and Angel is standing right at the door, blocking their way.
Fucking nuts! This chump was trying to kill us.
Serpentious literally hides behind Charlie.
Literally 6 hours ago. And now you want to bring him in here to live with us?
Absolutely. This place is about second chances, and who deserves one more than this slippery, special little man?
Aren't you supposed to protect this place?
Charlie gives him the puppy dog eyes to Vaggie.
I guess he's not much of a threat without the war machine.
Serpentious looks so happy about it.
Or even with the war machine.
Oh, thank you. Serpentious, welcome to the Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, no, darling, thank you. You won't regret this.
I give you a week. Tops.
So, this is the bar and the bartender.
Who, Husker, is, of course, always just chugging some cheap booze.
This is the curtain, and this is the new wall after you broke the last one. And this is...
Babe, you don't have to show him every detail.
Sorry, I'm just so excited to have our first real guest.
What the hell am I then?
Well, you're an important part of our family here, Angel, but you,
constantly make us look bad, sexually harass the staff, and have literally never once tried to improve?
What she means is it's just nice to have someone interested for once.
Oh, Angel looks sad.
Over here
is Nifty playing with Kiki, the cat.
Have our maid Nifty.
The bad boy is back. Never leave me again.
So Nifty basically jumps on Serpentious, and because she's so tiny, she's basically standing on his chest, and is just shoving her Cyclops eye right in his face and looks completely psychotic.
We're about 80% sure she's harmless. And over here, we have...
Alistair! Standing at the bottom of the stairs. Hi.
Oh, Alistair, our gracious facility manager. You've met our newest guest, Sir Pentious.
Ah, yes. You're the one who ruined my coat. I definitely remember you now.
Yeah, the screen turned dark and Alistair's eyes were glowing red. And Charlie and Sir Pentious are like, gulp.
Well, I guess this is a great time for your first lesson. How to apologize. The first step to becoming a better person is to admit when you are wrong. Why don't you give it a try?
Yes, Mr. Radio Demon, sir. Please forgive me for attacking you and ruining your very lovely coat. Yeah.
Sir Pentious takes out the piece of Alistair's coat that he ripped off earlier and gives it to him.
Oh! Not many people have been able to take even this much off me. It must have meant quite a lot to you.
I mean, you know, Alistair always has a shit-eating grin, but oh my god, the shit-eating grin he has as he lights it on fire with his voodoo magic. Now it's basically burning in a glowing green fire.
Now, with a new resident, I think it's important we all get to know each other.
So Charlie's got Vaggie, Angel, and Sir Pentious in the living room with like a little therapy circle.
So we are going to play a little game. Everyone, follow me. My name is Charlie. I like to sing. And when we get to know each other, it's the greatest thing.
My name's Sir Pentious. I like to build, and despite my stupid egg boys, I think I'm very skilled.
This is stupid.
This is not stupid! It's just the game! Sir Pentious did it well, so now please try to do the same!
I am too sober for this.
Well, get used to it and learn how to play. This is gonna be your whole day.
Oh, I'm a bad man on the streets who never got enough hugs.
So Angel is now, actually, let me preface this. So everyone, and I mean everyone, Alistair, Husker, Nifty, everyone is sitting on the couch being forced to witness this. So Angel is wearing a bloody trench coat. I'm not sure why it's bloody or who made it bloody, but it is bloody. A bloody trench coat with a little hat, and he's reading from a paper which was written in crayon, by the way. And you see Sir Pentious in a very like stereotypical childlike innocent outfit. And he's got like a little hat with some, ribbons and shit coming off of it, because apparently children have ribbons to show their innocence. And he's got a giant pink lollipop, like massive pink lollipop, bigger than his face, and a big yellow red ribbon on it. And they're performing some kind of play. And like I said, everyone has to watch this.
Now, where's an innocent kid I can sell crack to? Wow, who wrote this?
It's great, right? Keep going.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you look like a kid who could use some devil's dandruff. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not me. I have to go home and study.
Come on, kid. It'll make you cool like me. The crackhead.
The only cool thing here is to say no to drugs. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to not have sexual intercourse before marriage.
Yes! Oh, bravo! Bravo! Wow, Pentious, at this rate, you'll be redeemed in no time.
Angel looks sad from that comment.
I'm going to bed.
I am so proud of you, Sir Pentious.
Angel goes to the bottom of the stairs and kind of looks back at the group as everyone, or as Charlie at least, showers praise upon Sir Pentious, and he looks very sad about that, kind of like he feels left out, or like he had been forgotten, or maybe discarded.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today.
You like me. You really like me.
Angel walks into his room and throws his coat on top of his little pet pig. Then crawls into bed. And he looks at his phone, and he's got like 24 voicemails. I bet you can guess who they're all from.
Angel, baby, come home. It's not the same without you here. I miss you. Come back.
Angel, you bitch! If you don't come home, you will be fucking greasy truckers for the next year!
Hey, amorcito, I didn't mean to yell, but you know how crazy you make me.
You fucking slut!
Hey, Angie, about earlier.
Kill your whole fucking family!
Work's really stressful.
Little cocksucking piece of shit!
You actually think you can change? Attic trash like you doesn't change. I'll see you soon, baby.
So, that pink smoke that Valentino is always exhaling comes out of Angel's phone, swirls around him, and caresses him underneath his chin.
Sorry. Not now, fat nuggets.
So one thing is, I don't know why animals are in hell, because animals are supposed to be in heaven, but Fat Nuggets, the little pig, has a little heart on him. He also has little demon horns, like itty-bitty little demon horns, and like the pointed demon tail. Don't know why. Angel goes downstairs and just grabs one of the bottles off the shelf and just chugs the shit out of it.
Huh?
I don't know what room this is exactly, but he sees, he looks through, like, the crack of a door and sees Serpentius putting in a camera, or, like, hiding a camera in between some books on a shelf.
You slippery little shit. You're working for the V's? I fucking knew there was something shitty about you.
I don't know what you're talking about, whorebug.
Angel tackles Serpentius to the ground and is going to start pummeling the shit out of him.
Get your aggressively average body off of me!
So Serpentius flares out his cobra hood, and so like I said, he's got, you know, kind of eyes on his body, and so he apparently has his own hypnotic powers, and so the eyes on his hood and his own eyes have that same swirly, like red swirl that Vox has, and so he like stuns and hypnotizes Angel for just a second to make him stagger back so that Serpentius can get up.
What's going on?
So Charlie clearly just got out of bed, and her hair is an absolute wreck. I just think it's hilarious. Like, she's got one eye open, kind of one eye closed, like, what is going on? And so she and Vag are in their pajamas.
This little bitch is a traitor.
Preposterous! I would never betray you! You
Yeah, Vaggy's just looking at him like, the fuck you are, come on.
are my best friends!
Uh-huh. Then explain this.
He moves the book to expose the camera.
Abort! Abort! SOS! Agent Pench's in need of immediate evacuation!
Serpentius tries to get out the window, but the window's locked, and so he's screaming into his little Apple Watch or V-Watch thing.
Penchus, wait, you were caught? It hasn't even been a day!
Please, you've got to get me out of here!
I can't believe we thought you could handle even something this simple. Do us a favor. If they don't kill you, go ahead and do it yourself, you miserable failure!
Serpentius starts to cry and basically lays himself down on the ground.
Just make it quick, I guess. Not that I deserve it.
Gladly.
Wait. Penchus?
Serpentius opens his eyes as he looks at Charlie, who's bent down holding out her hand invitingly to him.
It starts with sorry. That's your foot in the door. One simple sorry.
Charlie places her hand on his chest.
spoken straight from your core. The path to forgiveness is a twisting trail of hearts, but sorry is where it starts.
Who could forgive a dirtbag like me? I don't deserve your amnesty.
Can't we just kill him, shoot him and spill his blood?
So Angel has 2 Tommy guns he's holding up, and Vaggy's got her spear, and they both look very demonic.
That's an option you could choose. Works for us. But who hasn't been in his shoes? It starts with sorry.
Sorry.
Dig down deeper and say one sincere sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And the journey's underway.
It'll take time to cover my vast multitude of sins.
So, kind of what's going on in the background here as they're singing is you see some of Serpentius' past. Nothing that's, like, good to lore or anything like that. It's basically just pictures of him with binoculars spying on someone. One of them was a picture of his egg boy just, like, split in half, and he's like, no! You know, and him just kind of, like, doing generic evil shit.
But sorry is where it begins.
So as the fireworks are shooting in the sky, they basically hit his, evil memories and explode them, and as the fireworks explode, they spell out the word sorry each time.
It starts with sorry.
I hated that song. Why are you so lame? Not a bad boy.
Nifty shows up in her pajamas and stomps on Serpentius' tail and storms off.
Good first day. Let's get some rest.
So, as the lights dim from, everyone leaving the room, you see a really dark shadow. And the only thing you see from this shadow is 2 glowing red eyes. No pupils or anything, just glowing red eyes. And that kind of like Alistair's signature smile. But that's all you see, just eyes and a smile. And then the smiling face disappears for a second. And then the next thing you see is Alistair's feet as it basically walks over to the V-Watch that Serpentius dropped. He's going to pick it up, spark it to life using voodoo, and then gloat into it.
What? You'll have to try harder than that next time, old pal.
So, as Alistair transforms himself into a shadow and leaves the room, you see that smiling face again in the corner for just a second, and then it disappears. I do not know if that's Alistair or not. I don't know. Because I've never seen it again, as far as I know, the rest of the season. But yeah, it's creepy as fuck. So yeah, that was Season 1, Episode 2, Radio Killed the Video Star.